Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the kitchen. It is Sunday morning. I am doing some breakfast this morning. I'm making me some pancakes today. I'm doing some banana pancakes, and I'm going to add a little bit of flaxseed to mine. I'm omitting that for my husband because he doesn't do flaxseed. I could probably sneak it in there, but we're not going to play with his food today. But I'm doing some flaxseed. I'm using ground flaxseed today. This is it right here. I forget the maker. I think it's Spectrum. I'll show it to you in a minute. But this is my ground flaxseed. I'm just using some, regular pancake, nothing spectacular. This happens to be my favorite pancake mix. And then I have some bananas that I've already started mashing up in my bowl. Okay. These are 2 large bananas. They're pretty ripe. They had some brown spots on them. So they're just about good and ready and sweet. And then I have some cut up because I'm going to put some bananas on top of my pancakes. So I have some of these already cut up. And then I have some beautiful blueberries. And those are going on there too. All right, so in addition to my breakfast, I'm also going to do some just egg. If you've watched me, you know how I do my just egg. So we're still going to do that this morning. I'm not having any today, but I'm still making some for my husband. And then if my avocados are ripe, I will be putting some of that on my breakfast plate today. So that's what we're doing. So I'll bring you right here so you can see what I'm doing. Let's start down first. All right, so I'm just mashing these, going around just mashing them like this. Now, with my pancake mix, it only requires you to add water. So I just got some filtered water from my fridge, and I'm using that. If you don't have that, you can use some spring water. I don't like putting tap water in my pancake mix, so that's just my preference. Have no problem with our water, however, that's just something I prefer. Okay, so I'm going to mash these down real good. Try to mash them as smooth as you can get them. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're still going to mix the batter, and they'll get blended in. So you just want to do it like that. Almost like baby food, right? Get that nice and smashed. And you can almost just mix it. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We want it to that consistency. And then now, with your pancake mix, you can put as much as you want in there. I don't measure this. I just measure to sight to see how much I have. I usually end up doing about 2 cups of this because I make extra pancakes to snack on, especially when I put banana in them. What I do with them is I take them and I spread some peanut butter on them. It's such a good snack. So I always make extra pancakes. Okay, so now there we are. It's almost like cake batter now. So then you just start adding your water and stirring. Add a little bit at a time until I get to a consistency that's still kind of thick but not too runny. I've always eyeballed pancakes. I've never measured, so. Just try to get it to whatever you like. If you like runny batter, then you make it as thin as you want. I like mine a little thicker. It makes a difference when you put them on that griddle. Now I am using a pancake griddle. I'm not putting this on the stove. I like my griddle. I love it. I'm in love with my griddle. Okay, so here's the consistency that I'm looking for. Not too smooth, not too thick, just right. There it is. And then what I also like about this is that you can see the beautiful chunks of banana. Sorry about that, guys. The beautiful chunks of banana in here. See that? That's what I want in here. But again, it's not too soupy and it's not too thick. Okay? That's what we're going for, just like that. I do recommend using a fork while you're doing this process because of just the lumps and everything. So you want to make sure that you smooth it out as much as possible. And I always do that with a fork. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my big stand over. Whoop. Set y'all up here. All right, this is what I got going on here. So on this side of my kitchen, I have my griddle pan already hot. I'm not gonna touch it because it is hot, okay? And then I also have my pan ready with a little bit of oil on here. I'm gonna get my big spoon so I can scoop out what I want, and then we get going on this. All right. So you can see I think you can see my pancakes. Maybe not. Bring it back so you're inside a little bit. Okay. Get my other stand. I think that'll be better for this morning. It's quiet in here today. I don't have my ring going off 50,000 times this morning. And my husband's still in the room, so it's pretty quiet in here. This might be better for y'all to see what I'm doing on this griddle here. Ah, there we go, y'all. Look at that. We're going to make some magic happen today. There we go. Get it just right. We ready? We ready. All right, let's cook some pancakes, y'all. Got time to be production and everything this morning. All right, so I get me a big spoon and I just lay those right onto my griddle. Now, don't forget about my flaxseed. I'll put those right on there. Just like that. This tends to work a little bit better for me. I don't have to go rushing all over the place and trying to get things together. Now, it's 3 here. I'm going to add my flaxseed to this, the rest of the batter. Let me find my little fork. And this is how you get those nice, juicy, taste so good, healthy for you pancakes. Okay, now the flaxseed. I was right, it's Spectrum. Spectrum Essentials, okay? The serving size on this is 2 tablespoons, okay? However, I may add a little extra because, you know, flaxseed don't hurt nobody, okay? So I'm gonna give 1 heaping teaspoon and another heaping teaspoon, which is probably my 2 tablespoons, okay? Drop that in there and sprinkle a little bit more for good measure. Okay. And then I'm going to take my fork and just stir that all around. Flaxseed is good with all kind of omega vitamins. It's good for just good digestion. It's really just good for you. Get that fiber. Flaxseed has never hurt, so unless you have a food allergy, then that's a different situation. All right, now, for those that have been cooking pancakes a long time, you know once you start seeing these bubbles, it's time to flip, okay? So we're going to go around real quick and just make sure. I like to put a little bit of, just a little bit of butter to circle around. Now, this is non-stick, so I'm not putting my knife on here. But just a little bit to kind of help lift the corners because the corners sometimes get a little crispy, which is good. Okay? Just a little bit to help it out. Now, I've never had any issues with this griddle. always been real good to me. But with these new age spatulas that I don't really like using, sometimes they cause you a little bit of problem. So we're really doing this to help it out. Okay. I want to do one flip, so I'm just making sure I can do that with my lovely spatula here. Feel y'all coming around the edge. I'm gonna try my other one because I don't like that one. Never liked that spatula. There we go. Bam. That's one. And this one didn't even need any help. All right. Two. All right, and pancake number 3. There we go, y'all. I like the little edges like this here because that's just so good. They crispy. Okay, so what I also like to do, I think you guys saw me make pancakes on Father's Day for my husband's breakfast. I put a little bit of butter on each pancake once I flip them. So when I flip it back over, I don't have to worry about that. Just a little pat. And then I set this right there so it can kind of swirl around. And I'm using vegan butter for those that are curious. Okay, so while these are doing their thing, I'm going to come over here and cut up some onion and get ready for my just egg. So that's what we're doing next. I like this one because I can take y'all everywhere with me. Put you right here. All right, so just egg. Y'all know how we do just egg. Let me cut up my onion and peel this off. I have my beautiful cutting board out here this morning. Like, this little onion got bruised. We're going to cut off that little bruised piece because we don't care about that. That's not going to hurt us. Get the little bruised piece off because we don't eat bruised onions. And I'm going to give it a quick little rinse just in case anything got on it. I like my produce nice and clean. I do not play around with that. So the reject spatula from over there, we may grab it, but I think I'll use my purple one and just let that one be on break. I was a little disappointed this morning, but not surprised. You know, I use the plastic ones when it comes to my nonstick, but I tell you the truth, if I don't have to use them, I won't. I started switching over to silicone because it seems to do a little bit better, but I haven't found a silicone spatula yet, so I just work with what I have. So now I cut up my onions in here. I'm going to let those go ahead and just start cooking. We're going to go back and check on our pancakes while these are getting going, okay? Saute, little onions. Go ahead and saute. All right, our pancakes are cooking away over here. They are doing really good. Look at that. Nice and golden. And they smell good, y'all. Just smell like banana bread cooking in here. That's bread up here. Look at that. They look so good. Smell like fresh baked banana bread. All right. We'll grab a plate for my husband because with his food, we'll be done in 60 seconds. Now my lovely plate will have all the fixings just for the pancake part of it. Grab us some utensils since I'm here. I have to keep coming back to it. Those pancakes are lovely. Look how good they look, y'all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and plate up Honey's pancakes. Look at this. Yum. Look at those beautiful pancakes. All right, so now we're going to prepare our next round of pancakes, which are mine because they have flaxseed in them. Now I told you I like to put a little pat of butter up here just to get it going. It's gonna melt real fast. Okay, so let's get rid of the fork because we don't need him anymore. Now this is our batter with our flaxseed. Okay, 1. 2. 3. And I won't push it. Well, I won't push it. I was gonna say I probably could fit like 4 on there, but I won't push it. I like space because when they start expanding, they begin to get close to each other, want to hook up on each other. So we don't want that. All right, y'all. So if you can hear my lovely onions taking off back here, you already know it's time to drop that just egg. There they are. It smells so good. You're getting in my nose too. Just egg. Lovely just egg. I like to drop these right when they're getting ready to start caramelizing. You can look at that. You can see them right there, just starting to get a little browning on them. And that's right when I drop my just egg in there because I want that nice cooked taste in there too. Let me drop it. Y'all go ahead, cook on. That's how we like it. I did a little walk by over here to make sure my pancakes are okay. We'll be back to see them in just a second. Now, just egg. Turn this down just a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper. I'm stubborn this morning. Okay, and a little bit of complete. That's it. I know one of my followers asked me what was complete. Complete is made by Badia. It's a complete seasoning. It has like green pepper, all kinds of veggies in it, onion. It's basically the same thing that you're putting in your food, but it's in a seasoning style, just powder. Okay. But I've been using Badia seasonings for years. I use different ones too, but that's like my primary one. If I'm doing something every day, that's what I cook with. Yeah, so when I say add complete, it's a complete seasoning. You know what it is. And, excuse me, the pepper got in my nose. Excuse me again. But I love it. It was going to catch me. I was too close when I put it in there. And just a sniffing. Got right in my nose. Okay, so just egg. Again, I always say it, if this is your first time watching me, Just Egg is a plant-based egg substitute that scrambles just like eggs. You know, they named it appropriately because it is just egg, literally. It's scrambled just like regular eggs. See that? And you don't have to cook this on high heat. It just, you can put on medium heat and it cooks right up. Now, I always start with high because I always put onions and peppers and, you know, different things in my Just Egg. Sometimes I'll add cheese, vegan cheese, you know, just to jazz it up a little bit. Remember those egg and cheese sandwiches at school? Hey, this is it. Or the famous egg and cheese sandwich at home. You know, you just go in there and just scramble up some eggs, throw some cheese on there. I know one of my uncles used to love ketchup on his eggs. You make your eggs how you want. You can still do it with Just Egg too. Okay? All right, so now that those are done, I'm going to leave that alone. I did turn it off. We're going to come back over here to our lovely pancakes that have been just waiting for us to flip them. Okay, so one, you can't see that one, but he's flipped. And now, two, that one's flipped. They almost look like blueberry. with the flax in them, it kind of give it that kind of hue to it. Look at that, y'all. We check on Honey's pancakes to make sure they're still hot because we don't want to serve him cold pancakes. We're not doing that today. Okay, he's good to go. I got some foreign something on my hand. So I'm washing my hands real quick. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and make Honey's plate because my pancakes are going to take a little bit. I'm going to be here for a minute. So we're going to go ahead and fix up his food real quick, okay? Now, as promised, we are doing just egg on his plate. Yes, we are. And I'm going to check my avocado to see if I have one ready. If I do, that's going on that plate. Honey does not eat without the avocado. I have to give him something. So let's see what we have ready in here. Hopefully there is one that's willing to be the sacrificial lamb for this morning's breakfast. And I believe I may have found my sacrificial lamb. You ready, aren't you, honey? You feel ready. It feels ready. We might have one. Let me wash him off. One thing I cannot stand is a dirty avocado. I do not. I repeat, do not like dirty avocados. I don't care where they came from. I washed them off. All right, here's the test, y'all. Sometimes you can tell from right here. You see a little green, but I cut off that top part. If it's all green to me, it's all good in my belly. All right, so we're going to get the slicing on that. It is ready to go. Look how beautiful. Oh, being noticed, it's avocado trending today. Okay, so let's not clown around. We have our breakfast we're putting together. Honey's pancakes are still hot, but I'm going to warm them just a little bit. I like things piping hot. And then I also have some maple syrup I'm going to add to his pancakes today. Okay? All right, so just the egg is ready to go. Pancakes, y'all ready to go? Got our fruit. Excellent. Now remember, we don't need to smother this with a whole lot of butter because when we got ready to flip our pancakes, we added a little pat of butter on there. So we don't need to get crazy with that. However, I'm going to go crazy with these toppings, okay? So we have some blueberries. I tucked them all in the pockets everywhere. Mine will look a little different because I won't have, you know, all the other little bells and whistles and things with just egg and all that. That won't be on my menu today. But look at this. Wow, guys. I'll give you a closer look. Look how beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to chop up this avocado. Still a wonderful breakfast. It's just simple. You know, you can enjoy a good breakfast with good for you ingredients without all the fuss. It doesn't take a whole lot. You just have to, you know, get creative with what you like. You know, if you love fruits and veggies, then just eat all your fruits and veggies. If you still eating a little side of porky pig, then you can have that too. You won't be seeing it on here, but you know, you do what you want to do. And what I'm saying is that you can get creative with your meals. You don't have to eat the same thing every day. You can mix it up. And if you're trying to convert over to not eating, you know, foods of animal products, and you want to go more plant-based, that's what I'm here for. Okay, I'm here for the transition as well. You know, I'll put things out there that complement what can be a meat substitute for you. And if you're still eating chicken or fish or whatever, you can take some of the side things that I do. Okay. All right, so there's that just egg. Oh man, I said I wasn't gonna eat any, but I want to taste these. I I'll leave a little piece for me to taste. Now, my husband like a little bit of salt on his avocado, so I'm going to make his plate to his liking. Okay. All right, y'all. And there it is. That's Gloria's breakfast. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And it's yummy. These are banana pancakes with bananas on top and blueberries. We got just egg with our lovely seasonings and some sauteed onions. And we got avocado. You cannot possibly tell me you'll be hungry after this. There's no way. It's good food and it's good for you. So I'm going to take a picture of my plate because my pancakes are ready to go. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to eat. Okay. So I'll show you what my flaxseed pancakes look like. All right. Here we are. I might be back later for dinner. I probably will because my beans are on the stove. So here it is. Sunday morning breakfast. I'll catch y'all later on my next video with Sunday dinner. Have a good day.